I'm going to make Nigeria great again. Believe me, I will make Nigeria great again. I'm going to build a great wall, a big, fat, tall wall between Lagos and Cotonou, and a round hole right in the middle of that wall. I'm going to get our jobs back. I'm going to get our wives back. I'm going to get our girlfriends back. I will even get the boyfriend right back into it. Believe me. Forget about Shehu Okinbaloye. He's just a little guy. Forget about Benga Areluba. He's just a phony. He's a fraud. Forget about channels, NTA, AIT. They're all fake news. I'm the real news. Trust me. Believe me. I'm the real news. I make history every time. They're a little guy. They keep talking about the hands. Listen, it's not about the hands. It's the mind. It's the heart. It's the ambition. They got big hands, yet they did nothing. Absolutely nothing with their big hands. We got small hands, and we will do big things with our small hands to make Nigeria great again. You know what? I'm going to tweet this. I'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to Pressing Issues with Daniel D Humorous. And you know what we do right here? Everything political and social, we see the other side of it. So, you're welcome. Let's dig in. All right, 2017 is the year of the professor. Why do I say that? Now, following the departure of the president for his annual medical leave, the vice president had to take over the reins of power as the acting president. And all of a sudden, he seems to be doing all the nice things. I mean, even members of the opposition seem to be gushing about him. I mean, guys like Rino Omokri, a.k.a. Pastor Wendell Slimlin, you know, is also gushing about the vice president, or rather the acting president. Guys like Senator Common Sense Ben Bruce, who only makes noise on Twitter and doesn't say nothing in the chamber, is also gushing about the vice president or the acting president. And then he seems to be in the news all the time, doing nice stuff, from the Niger Delta issues to adding some kind of value through policies to the Naira, appreciating a bit against the dollar, and the submission and confirmation of Justice Walter Onoge as a substantive Chief Judge of the Federation, which, by the way, something interesting happened. Check this out.
Be confirmed, the independence of the judiciary under your watch will not be compromised.
I assure you that the independence of the judiciary will be continued. The independence of the judiciary.
Yeah, like continue to compromise or continue to be compromised by control. Well, we'll continue to find out, as he has continually told us. All right, now also one of the things that made the acting president really hit the news was the surprise visit of the Lagos International Airport, as said by his spokesman Laolu Akonde. Now he got there, tried to ask them certain questions in the whole ease of doing business thing, and acting president was going to take a piss. And just as he was going to take a piss, he found out there were some stronger piss in the toilet that couldn't be flushed. And then because of that, he summoned the guys at the airport and said, why can't you guys flush this kind of piss? And I have never seen the acting president carrying his mean face before. Did you ever believe that the acting president really had a mean face like this? That's what happens when a man is about to take a piss that he carried all the way from Abuja to Lagos, about to piss that piss and got pissed by some other piss that was stronger than his piss. And what baffled me is what the immigration guy had to say to him about it.
We're working on it. Probably as soon as they come in, we'll study the situation and grant them. But for the meanwhile, Abuja handles it.
Yeah, like he will study the situation and constitute a 9-man panel to study why there is strong peace at the airport that cannot be flushed, and then get back to the office of the vice president on that. Well, here is the report from the committee. It has been found out that because, I mean, you've been around the world, you've been to Heathrow, you've been to Dubai, you've seen these airports, they're very busy, thousands of people coming in and out, pissing every day on those same toilets, yet you don't smell a thing. But how come Nigerian piss is so strong? First of all, a man who wakes up in the morning to eat gari, he will give you strong piss by 6 a.m. A man who eats fufu by 9 a.m., strong piss. A man who eats amala by 11 a.m., like Fayoshe, strong piss. And a man who is thinking recession all the time, strong piss right there. So once again, the vice president had to put his new face. Anyway, I knew that 2017 was going to be the year of the vice president when he hit us with the smash it at the beginning of the year. Oh, God, help in I mean, you think that's just an ordinary hymn or choral, but to me, I saw that as DJ Khaled and his friends doing a remix of All I Do Is Win.
DJ Khaled! Yeah. All I do is win, win, win.
Exactly. And in that track, I can tell you that Yemi Osinbajo was DJ Khaled, General Gowon was T-Pain, Obasanjo, Rick Ross, Shoneko as Snoop Doggy Dogg, General Ukiwe as PDD, Oladipo Dia as Busta Rhymes, and Alex Ekweme as Ludacris. I mean, okay, check this out. When Osinbajo was doing his solo, all I could see was him doing this.
On the top flow, what you think I'm hot for? Every summer drop more, hits to make my stock go.
Yeah, and why I said Dia is Busta Rhymes, because I heard him do nothing, because that's what Busta Rhymes did on the track. And of course, the boss of them all, Snoop Doggy Dogg and Shoneko, you see it for yourself. So anyway, we wish the acting president well in everything he does as he is steering the wheel of control in Nigeria's government. And of course, don't get it twisted, don't get it wrong. He is not working in isolation. He is working in tandem with his boss, the president. And until the president comes back, let's continue to wish him well. And still talking about the travel of our president, spokesman Femi Adesina was all up on social media, gushing and just being happy. Why? Because the president called him. Like, he couldn't sleep that night practically because the president called him. Have you ever had a girl in secondary school, like you were in JS1 and you had this girl in SS3? Of course, because of seniority, you can't approach her. And then anytime she's passing, you're just shouting, "Senior!" And then she doesn't look. And then just one day she turns and looks at you and smiles. And for the rest of the week, you're like, "Oh my God, she looked at me. Oh, she looked at me." That's what Femi Adesina has been gushing about. Like, "Oh, the president called me. I'm going to die. Oh, he called me. Oh." But again, fellow spokesman Garba Shehu also received the call, but he was not near his phone to receive the call. And instead, he got an SMS, and he also gushed about it on his social media handles. Now, I ask, Garba Shehu, where were you that you did not pick the call from your boss? Now, we have a few options, and the right answer to this question will get a prize from the DSS after answering this question correctly. A, watching Big Brother Naija. B, following Bobrisky on Snapchat. C, watching out for Deji Adeyanju and the next thing he's going to tweet. Or C, playing Candy Crush with his phone and he busied the call not knowing it was the president. You find out, and let's wait until the president returns and he explains it to his boss, and then a 9-member panel committee will be set up to investigate why Garba Shehu didn't answer the call, and then an oversight committee will now oversight and overlook the report of the 9-man panel of why Garba Shehu missed the call, and then will come out with the white paper. And now we bring you sad news.
It is something that you cannot take away from her. The only thing I can say is that in giving the United Nations, Mr. President has decided to give his best. A goldfish has no hiding place. That is what is happening today. As she moves on to greater heights, I would like to wish her all the best. And I do hope and pray that the Ministry of Environment will carry on in order not to disappoint our country and to disappoint her. We wish her all the best of luck.
No, not the good ones. Why do the good ones have to go every time? No, not Amina, please. Well, there's nothing we can do. Former Minister for Environment, Amina Mohammed, has left her position in Buhari's cabinet and is now serving the United Nations as Deputy Secretary General right there in New York at the UN headquarters. It was really emotional, and it has to be emotional because, I mean, this is one of the very best in President Buhari's cabinet. Not saying that the other ministers are not doing anything, though everybody's doing his own thing in his own way. Very beautiful. I mean, we have some who are about to manufacture pencils and they're still waiting to build the factories. We have the ones who are making sure that money well spended is well spended. Okay, so every minister is really doing their thing. Okay, but Amina Mohammed has been doing a very fantastic job going the length and breadth of the nation, making sure the environment is put together, and most importantly, the implementation of the UNEP report in Ogoni River State. And I mean, one can only imagine what it would have been with her being around for a longer time. And most importantly, what we're going to miss are her very beautiful, cutely pedicured toes. Yeah, she went to Port Harcourt, had the suit, and she gave us the pleasure of looking at these beautiful legs. So one can only imagine what we're going to miss. And talking about that, you know, there have been a lot of beautiful women working with presidents so far in this country. Most especially, if you look at the last administration, we had a Kim Kardashian and a Beyonce. Yeah, right there. Stella Odua was our Kim Kardashian. And of course, the Beyonce, none other than Desani Allison. Okay. And this administration, of course, has its own fair share of beautiful women. Take a look at Amina Mohammed leaving us now. And of course, not just beautiful women, but ones with hot accent, hot things that you like to hear. Yeah, Minister for Finance, Kemi Adeoju. You know, people are saying they should sack her as minister. No, no, please don't sack her as minister, please. We need to hear that accent all the time. As a matter of fact, editor, play me one more clip. I need to also hear that right now.
You see, oil is only 10% of our GDP. The question is, why is the other 90% of the economy contributing so little? That's really the challenge that we're trying to fix.
The President of the United States, the 45th President of the United States, Donald John Trump, a.k.a. Opiaka Noto himself, is always in the news. And of course, some people have said that, look, no matter what he does, they will come after him and attack and criticize everything that he does. I mean, this is a man that has been attacked on all fronts. Throughout the campaign, they attacked his family, his business, his wives and all, even attacked his hands. Yeah, like for the first time we saw hands as an issue in an election. Like if his hands are small, other things are likely small, which means he might run a small administration like one term. So let's see what happens by next election. Maybe these days now, election and how long you stay in office will be by size. Now let's start examining the hands of all our politicians. But what we're actually talking about today is the fact that his counselor, who was his major strategist and campaign manager, Kellyanne Conway, the queen of alternative facts, was all over the news. Why? Because she was kneeling on a couch right there in the Oval Office. The Oval Office is sacrosanct. It's like a shrine. It should be held, you know, it should be hallowed. It should be respected. It should be worshipped. Now, a team of black college presidents who are professors and doctors and the likes came to visit the president, went to the Oval Office. She wanted to take a picture from her phone, and then she had to take off her shoes and raise up her gown and then kneel on the couch in the Oval Office. Now from clap, then they entered dance. The last time somebody knelt down at the Oval Office, the whole world was on fire. Shout out to my main man, Bill. What's up with you, my man? And right now, it seems like history might repeat itself because again, somebody is kneeling down. This time around, she's kneeling on the couch. Will she kneel from the couch to the ground? Only time will tell. We'll be watching and we'll be waiting. All right, that's our show, guys. Hope you had a ball with us as we had with you. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media handles. And most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube page where it all goes down. And of course, we're going to keep you updated as we move on. And remember, if it's not pressing, it's not an issue. So whatever the issue it is, make sure you're pressing it. You could be pressing it like this, you press it like that, you press it like this, or you press it like this. As long as it's an issue, just make sure there's a pressing all around. My name is Daniel D Humorous, and I'll be back next time.